Hello, beautiful souls. Before we start, as always, I channel for many different people, situations, and timelines. So only take from this reading what actually truly deeply resonates with you. So if there's a piece of this reading that doesn't necessarily land, gently leave it behind. Trust your own intuition over anything I say here today. Your inner knowing will always be the most accurate compass. Okay, so let's get started. Let's shuffle the deck and see what comes through for you. So, the first thing I'm hearing very clearly is they built you up in their mind before they ever built the courage to stay. So, whoever this is for, this is someone who, in some way, called you in. Maybe not consciously. Maybe they didn't even fully realize they were doing it. But energetically, they were desiring exactly what you carry. And they pulled you toward them. And then once you actually arrived, something in them panicked. I'm picking up that this is someone who is very focused on how they're perceived externally. So it's like their achievements, their image, how put together their life looks like from the outside. There's a real polish to how they present themselves. But underneath that polish, I'm sensing a kind of hollowness, loneliness that doesn't match the image at all. This is someone who has likely never told anyone how empty they actually feel. Because you see, it would contradict everything they've built their identity around. And then you show up. I keep hearing the phrase, you got too close. Not physically necessarily, but emotionally, energetically. You saw past the polish before they even realized you were looking. So I'm being shown a masculine energy here for most of you. Though, of course, that can apply internally as well, regardless of your own gender. And I want to say this doesn't have to be romantic for everyone listening. But for the majority of you, I do feel there were real feelings involved, at least on their end. And likely some spark on yours too. Even if it's been confusing to name. Here's the part I think a lot of you already sense, but haven't had the confirmation. This person is the one who pursued you first, energetically, if not physically. They were the ones doing the manifesting, doing the pulling. And it's almost like the moment you responded, the moment you softened toward them or let them in even a little, something flipped. Their yes became a no, almost overnight. I keep getting this image of someone slowly turning a dial up, 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 and then yanking their hand back the second it actually starts to work. So I want to validate something here because I think it's the real reason this message needed to come through. If people around you have told you this person was just playing games or wasn't serious or only wanted something surface level and it never really sat with you, that discomfort you feel isn't pride talking, it's your intuition. And your intuition is correct. There is more happening underneath the surface here than what it looked like from the outside. I'm being shown now a locked door with light coming out from underneath it. That's the image for what's happening inside this person right now. The door is locked, but it's not empty on the other side. Something is still very much alive in there. They just aren't ready to open it. And see, here's the thing. You didn't do anything to cause that door to lock. You simply stood outside it, being exactly who you are, and your presence made it impossible for them to pretend the door didn't exist anymore. So I'm getting the word mirror now very strongly here. You reflected something back to this person that they had never had to face before. Not because you tried to, but simply because of the way you love openly, without conditions, without performing. And for someone who has built their entire sense of worth on external validation, being loved like that is disorienting. It's almost too much information about themselves delivered all at once, just by being near you. So, what happened is very human, even if it hurt you. They didn't reject you specifically, they retreated from what you were showing them about themselves. See, this is a very important distinction, even if it doesn't make the sting any smaller right now. I'm also seeing something planted here, a seed, still in the ground, not gone. Whatever happened between you didn't disappear into nothing just because contact stopped. I feel that this person thinks about that connection more than you'd expect, more than they'd ever admit out loud, and that it still catches them off guard sometimes. In quiet moments, late at night, when their unusual defenses are down, they may not be ready to act on that yet. And this message isn't telling you to wait around for them. But I do want you to know that what you gave wasn't wasted, even if it currently looks that way. Okay, let's pull a few closing cards just to wrap this up. I'm getting I'm getting the mirror again, and beside it, a door reversed. What this is telling me is that the timing here is not about you doing more or waiting longer or trying harder to reach them. The door reopening is entirely their process on their timeline. Your task was simply to be the reflection, and you already did that part. If there's one thing I want to leave with you today, it's this. You didn't imagine the depth of what happened here. Your intuition has been right the whole time. What you do with that truth now is entirely up to you. And there's no wrong way to move forward from here. I really hope this reading resonated with someone listening today. If it did, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, as it really helps me tune in with the right energy for future readings. And if you'd like to be a part of this community going forward, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe. Sending you all so much love today. Have a beautiful day, and I'll connect with you in the next reading.